All right, guys, welcome back to Holland travel updates. All right, let's just. I know a lot of you will be saying, it's like Holland have deviated from a travel update to best odd. In as much as travel updates, we'll still be giving you odd to put some change in your pocket. All right, I love football so much, but nevertheless, before I deviate from this update, let me quickly give you another answer. What someone asked in one of our videos that we posted on Holland travel updates page. All right. So where the person said traveling to China and moving to Europe, China and Europe, which one is far much better? Which one is better? According to your question, traveling to China, depending on what you want to do in China. All right. China is good in terms of business. If you're going to China that you want to do business, anything less than business or more than business, study, automatically, China will not favor you. If you are going to China and you want to go and do business, China is perfectly okay. You are going to China that you want to go and study. China is very, very much okay. That doesn't mean that other country you cannot school there, you cannot do your things there. All right. You can also do your businesses there. But I'm telling you the area you can benefit from China. There is no work in China. When I mean there is no work for our black people. There is no work for other black countries that is traveling to China. Except you are going for business. If you're going for business, that is very okay. If you're going for studies, that is very okay. You will benefit that in China. You benefit your studies, not as if after graduating, you will get a job and start living in China. No, it doesn't work that way. All right. It's very difficult. It's very, very real. All right. I'm not saying that you can't get a job as a highly skilled person, but it's very, very hard. Very hard. Do you understand? China do not give out their job to internationals. Do you understand? Because they don't want to, they don't want outsiders to know what they know. They try to keep themselves a little bit secretive. They don't want to expose themselves where everyone can easily come and know a lot of things that has been helping them to develop rapidly all these years. Do you understand? That is the reason why they limit the job opportunity they have in their country. All right. Now, if you want to benefit much more bigger and better and have opportunity to stay back in abroad, then you come to Western Europe. All right. You can travel to Europe, you can travel to Canada, Australia. These are the places you can stay back, whether through study or through whichever means you find yourself in that country. So that is the reason why I will tell you categorically, if you plan to stay back in a foreign country, think of traveling to Western Europe and Australia, US and Canada. Don't think traveling to China. China is good for business and study. You can also study in Western other countries like Europe, America, US, and Canada. But you can easily get stay in all these countries than China. You can also do your businesses in all these countries. But in China, you get it more cheaper, though depending on the quality, because Europeans has a very high standard quality product. That doesn't mean that China doesn't have. What I mean by that is that quality of product of things that is coming from China to Europe is far way more different than what is coming to Africa. Europeans control the standard and quality of things that comes into their region compared to what is going to Africa. So that is the reason why you get things cheaper in China to Africa than getting it in Europe. That's also the reason why you see a lot of people, they prefer European spare parts, European used things, because the quality which they use in producing things is way more different than what you get from China to Africa. So if you plan to stay back in Western countries, think of think of Western world. All right. Western world, is like Europe, America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. All right. I'm not talking about Asia, because Asia will not really give you that kind of a comfort life and opportunity, human rights as you want. All right. So in terms of business, you can go to China. In terms of study, you can go to China. But in terms of staying back, in order to integrate yourself in the society and give yourself a better life, then look for Europe and other Western world like American, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. All right. So if you plan of staying back in abroad, use Western world like American, Europe. Then if you plan for business and study, you can also go to China. But if I am to prefer or choose for you, I will tell you to go to that country which you would like to stay back, gain more knowledge, gain grants, and also do your business and studies. All right. So I don't know if this answers your questions. I remain myself king of updates, and I will see you in my next video.